A very sore sight for Israeli eyes. An attack on an Egyptian gas pipeline in the Sinai Peninsula. The incident led to a temporary interruption of supplies to Jordan and Israel, and new concerns about how the instability in Egypt may affect the flow of gas to Israel in the future.
In 2006, all fuel consumption in Israel was coal and oil. Today, roughly 50% of Israel's fuel use come from gas, and about roughly 50% of the gas come from Egypt. That means that Israel is highly dependent on Egyptian gas.
The supply of gas had been one of the more tangible benefits of the peace deal between Egypt and Israel. But Israel fears that could be under threat in the wake of massive anti-government protests.
The population in Egypt, what do they want? They want economic welfare. The way to do it is not by eliminating $1 billion a year of income from selling gas. So the rationality is saying that the gas agreement will continue. But rationality is not always the case in the Middle East.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu moved swiftly to reassure Israelis, saying the country was prepared for such scenarios. Israel has been seeking alternative forms of energy, including the Tamar gas field, located roughly 50 miles off the coast of Haifa. It's due to come online around 2013.
The most important thing for Israel is, of course, to quickly as possible bring to the connection of the Tamar new natural gas findings.
Israeli preparations and hopes for future energy supplies also include the much bigger find of the Leviathan gas field in the Mediterranean. It's one of the largest offshore gas finds of the past decade, and officials believe it could be enough to keep Israel energy self-sufficient for decades and potentially turn the country into an energy exporter. But there are obstacles. Lebanon is disputing Israeli claims to the field, saying it lies partly in Lebanese waters, and last month wrote to the UN Secretary-General to protest what it called an attack on Lebanese sovereignty, a claim Israel denies. In a region rife with mutual distrust and animosity, and in Egypt in crisis, the potential for instability on almost every front remains. And the recent attack on that Egyptian pipeline has added new worries. Fionnuala Sweeney, CNN, Jerusalem.